Love and Hip Hop ATL Season 3, Episode 4. Now, I didn't take no notes this time because kind of had a semi-crazy day. So I'm just going to go off the top of the dome. Alright, they start off with Joseline and Stevie talking about, she was wanting to set up a real wedding or whatever. And Stevie's like, yeah, we can do that later or whatever, but, we need to get these bookings in order. We need to stack up this money. And Jocelyn is like, yeah, I really want my wedding or whatever, but we already married, so, we can just get this money right now. And it's talking about Jocelyn tells Stevie that she's fired Don, her booking agent. And she says, he's like, well, you actually fired her? You told her she's fired? She was like, no. She don't get no phone calls. She don't get no phone calls. She know how I am, okay? She know I don't play that. She's like, I'm done with that bitch. That bitch is dead, okay? She dead. So, and then they go on, and I guess Stevie's going to make the decision to let her know, because he tells Jocelyn that that's not professional. And she was like, well, that bitch not professional. She's not professional. So, we move on. Let's think. Had a lot on my mind today, y'all. They go on, and later on, and, Stevie meets, the chick Don, the booking agent, she so-called meets up with Mimi. And Mimi's like, I got a call from Don, Jocelyn's booking agent. And she's like, I don't even know why, because, I've never talked to her. I don't have nothing to do with her. And Don comes in, and she was like, well, I used to be Stevie and Jocelyn's booking agent, but I'm not anymore. And, they're just not loyal or anything. And I don't understand why, they would just stop talking to me or whatever. Especially you think they be kissing my ass, somebody that got all the dirt on them. And she tells them that, Stevie called Benzino and told him we need to cover for Hip Hop Weekly, and to say that we're married, we're married now, but didn't really tell Benzino that they're not really married. And matter of fact, Stevie said that earlier, that they were talking about the date. Stevie was like, it was June, right? And then she's like, no, July. He's like, June? And then she's like, July. And then he's like, oh, it was July? He was just like, yeah, July 29th. If not, I don't believe that they're married. I do think that they put on. But yeah, Don tells Mimi that, that she's got all the dirt on them. And I don't understand. It seemed like they would be kissing my ass. And it's like, so you doing this to be vindictive? Cause, they fired you basically. Well, if you ain't doing your job, what do you expect? You ain't booking shows, what do you expect? So now you just gonna just throw this dirt out there. Well, whatever. I guess it makes for great TV. And I don't even know if I would believe somebody that would be scorned right now. She sound like a trick. She just, I don't trust this hoe. She, Jocelyn says, I met her at the strip club, and I expect her to be change, I'm trying to change, be professional. But, this whole night, she's not professional. And that's what it seems like. It's like, for real? You gonna put out, and if that's with the career you want, that's not a good image for you to. People are not gonna want to hire you as a booking agent if they know as soon as you get mad with them, you gonna throw their dirt out, and air their dirty laundry. She needs to think instead of thinking like a scorned woman. Think like a boss. So then, Carly Red, she has this little, they're doing some makeup line or whatever, and she doesn't have a storefront, and she's at the mall basically doing this little, I guess, grand premiere at some Stonecrest in Lithonia or whatever, and Rashida and the girl, what's her name, Kalina from Diddy Dirty Money, they show up to support her, and then Carly tells Rashida that her and Jack are, they're not at a good place right now since Jack caught her in the studio with Jeremiah while Jeremiah was giving her vocal lessons. And then she was like, well, I was trying to get him a little mad, but I just want him to feel how I feel, I'm always insecure about everything, and all he does is play into my insecurities. So then later on, Carly meets up with Jack, and she tells Jack, she's hurt by how he's acting, and he like, you messing up a good thing or whatever. So in order for him to give in or whatever, she pulls his finger and she sucks it. I'm like, get him, get him, girl. These men so damn easy. It don't make no damn sense at all. She sucks his finger, he all in. He's like, okay, check please. Like, that's it. And they back to moving back in. So then when they go to move in and his realtor shows him the house, Kadia, who's also his driver, his stylist, his video hoe, his everything, basically. So they go in and she shows them the house, and it's her house. She shows them the house. Jack is asking all these questions, and he's like, this is, the keep-up room. She's like, yeah, this is the keep-up room. It was like, come on, Jack, we know you've seen the house already. You ain't fooling nobody. You and Kadia been all over that house. And then she's like, Carly's like, oh, do you think we had sex on this counter? And Kadia's just standing there all smiling and stuff. I'm like, bitch, I know that. That bothers you. So then Kadia, she tells Jack asks about the sound system. And so he gonna go leave them two alone in the room and go check out the sound system in the room. So Kadia's like, is there any other questions that you have? And Carly was like, yeah, there's some questions that I have. And she's like, okay. She's like, are you fucking my man? And she was like, what? She was like, everybody know Jacks get around and so do you. And then she's like, well, the only one I'm getting around with is him. So then they start fighting. So it's like, Jack, come on now, you stupid as hell. And one, if you gonna do that, be a dirty nigga and sleep around, why the hell would you have a damn female that you sleeping around your girlfriend? Come on now. Really? I know that's dumb. That got to be a dumb ass nigga to pull some shit like that. So then they go on to Kirk and Rashida. Kirk is at the bar with Stevie and Benzino. And, he's the little chick, Jasmine or whatever, the waitress that was trying to reach the results. She comes up and she's like, hey, Kirk. And she gives him a hug. And Benzino and Stevie like, what the fuck is this? Like, what's going on? And, they're like, how y'all know each other? And then she's like, it's none of your business. Like, if Benzino like, well, they know each other because, she read his results or whatever. And then, her and Kirk, they kind of flirty or whatever. And he's like, well, I'm looking for, I got a job for you. And she's like, what is it? And he's like, well, first off, are you good with kids? And she's like, yeah, I got a little brother or whatever. I got siblings, so I'm around kids all the time. And he's like, okay. Well, I need, don't think of it as an old word or old nanny or whatever, but I need a nanny to watch my baby. He's like, first of all you ask her is one question to see if she qualified. Kirk, stop playing, okay? You fucking this hoe. Or you wanna fuck this little hoe. You dead wrong. You gonna bring this bitch in your house, around your baby, in front of your wife. And then he gonna tell her that he tells her he needs a nanny for his baby, for him and his wife or whatever. And then she was like, wife? You married? And he was like, well, it's kind of like, we friends, kind of tell her that they separated. And Benzino and Stevie like, this nigga is stupid. Like, you just found out this is your baby. And you still gonna be stupid. And you gonna bring her around Rashida and your child? Oh no. Even Stevie know better. Come on now. And that says something when Stevie knows better. If Stevie start giving your ass advice, you should really look at yourself. Come on now. So then, they go, Rashida comes, they're at the house or whatever, and the girl Jasmine is playing with Carter, and Jasmine, Carter, and Kirk are sitting on the couch, and Rashida walks in. And Rashida's like, she just looks at her like, who is this running bitch? So she's like, this better be a family member or something. So she's taking her shoes off, and the girl Jasmine has the little baby Carter. She's like, hi, mommy. Say hi, mommy. And Rashida walks over, and she's like, well, so you gonna go hire a nanny anyways, behind my back? And he's like, well, yeah, we need the help. And she was like, I no disrespect or whatever, but you just gonna hire a random person? Where'd you meet her from? And he's like, well, I met her at the bar when I go play pool with Benzino. And she's like, so you just gonna hire a random person that you don't even know from the bar, some chick at the bar, to watch our baby and bring her up in the house? And then so the girl Jasmine was like, well, she's like, as we're parenting as husband and wife. And so the girl Jasmine was like, well, I was under the impression, I was told that you two were just separated, living together. And then she was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna need you to hand me my baby right now. So, she gives her the baby, whatever, and then she tells Kirk, I'm gonna need you to see your little friend out the door. So then they kick Jasmine out, and she's like, oh, for real, we gonna be separated, for real? You gonna have some random bitch in my house or whatever? And he's like, I was just trying to hire you some help. That's all it is. And she's like, it looked like you trying to hire yourself a little side chick. That's what it looked like. Talking about you separated. You gonna be separated. So then he's like, man, I'm just trying to hire you some help, whatever. Walking off like he's all innocent. No, nigga, you know what you was doing. You know exactly what you was doing. Dudes kill me with that. It wasn't nothing. Yes, it was. Stop playing. So, she's got baby Carter, and she's like, oh, you hear your mommy and daddy arguing. Oh, that's 'cause your daddy's a dummy. Yes, your daddy's a dum-dum. Your daddy's a dum-dum. And it's funny as hell because she's right. He's a dum-dum. So then we go back to the chick, Dawn. Don and Stevie, meet each other, and Stevie's trying, you know how he is. He's very, charismatic. So he goes over to try to give her a hug or whatever. She's like, nah, Yeah, I know what the fuck you doing. We ain't gonna play that shit right now. And then he's like, alright, so he's basically trying to fire her for Joseline. And he, this chick, I'm the type of person, I would keep some evidence. I would definitely keep some evidence, but she printed everything out. You know, this, me printing stuff out, this is just a little too much, okay? Text messages are just fine on the phone. Just fine being saved. She prints out text messages saying, you know, you faked in Hip Hop Weekly, calling, you know, y'all not really married. You call Benzino up so y'all can act like y'all was married and put it in Hip Hop Weekly. Y'all not really married. Ain't no marriage certificate. And she says, you know, y'all frauding. You renting cars and stuff. He's like, okay, but it's mine. And she was like, no, it's not yours. It's rented. She's like, their house is rented. Josh said something about Joseline lost something. Somebody eviction, somewhere she can't get credit. So, something is in Don's name, according to Don. And she's like, you know, that house is rented, which I already heard that. What is it? The cars are rented, you frauding, you doing a bunch of illegal shit. She pulls all these paper out. And then she start putting the deposits, and she like, I'll put your fucking money in your car, in your bank or whatever. You know, I'm the one that take care of all the money or whatever. I know what you got and what you don't got, and you faking. And she does all this. It's like, okay, you feel some type of way about that. You like, they really got to you, because to me it wasn't a big deal. I mean, if they doing some fraud shit that's illegal, I guess they, you know, that might be something, but them renting their house, renting cars, it's not that big a deal. We know this show is called Lies in Hip Hop ATL. We know that. So it's nothing big. So, you know, it wouldn't be as good if it, you know, that it is if it wasn't Live in Hip Hop ATL. So with that being said, we are done with this review. I'm going to try to put the link in the description box, and, you know, subscribe, like, share, comment, and I will be back with more videos. Follow me on Twitter at Jazz Chapman, JazChapman, and y'all have cool nights. Peace.